I think you have to go to Kalimantan.
Never, never.
What?
I do.
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for joining our event for today. We are so proud with our Makedonia Keliling Dunia, and today we are going to learn more deeply about one of my favorite country. If I want to tell you, yeah, it is Scotland. A brief about Scotland, if you want to know, Scotland is a part of the United Kingdom, and of course, English is spoken everywhere. And if I'm not mistaken, Scottish are proud of their national identity, and despite a small, a relatively small population of around 5 million, if I'm not mistaken, yes, and
Yep, you're right.
yeah, and the Scottish Highlands are also famed for their dramatic vistas and no less dramatic history. So, without further ado, we already have a Scottish here to share with us anything about Scotland and how the local people there celebrate their Christmas.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So, hi guys, my name's Cairn. I'm going to be teaching you a little bit about Scottish culture today. Just run you through a couple of things, okay?
Okay, thank you, mate. Anyway, how's your life
No,
there?
what was that? Sorry.
How's your life there?
Great, good. So yeah, have a good life. It's kind of you just work Monday till Friday, 9 till 5, and kind of get on with your day. But I'll run you through a couple of traditions and a couple of cultural things that happen in Scotland.
Oh, nice.
Starting off, of course, Scotland is in the UK. Um, could anyone tell me which colour Scotland would be in?
Coba.
Anyone know at all? Yeah, that's great. So yep, it's blue. So as you can see on the red will be England. This will be Ireland on the green, and Wales would be on the yellow. So of course the capital of Scotland is Edinburgh. This is this beautiful photo you can see which looks over the top of Edinburgh. Here you can see Edinburgh Castle, which I will show you. So this is the castle that sits above the city on the Castle Rock. It's over 1,000 years old. The castle was built by King David, and many Scottish kings have also lived here. So also in the castle holds a lot of famous things. It holds a lot of jewellery from the Queen. Um, in all honesty, there's a lot of history in it. There's lot about a lot of Scottish kings and also the current Queen. There is some jewellery and some prized possessions of them. Okay, so also I don't know if anyone's heard, in the north of Scotland, so up the very, very top in the Scottish Highlands, there's a large lake. It's famous because many people say they have seen the Loch Ness Monster, or some people call him Nessie. The next slide is the monster that was spotted around the 1800s, and nobody till this day has seen it in person as of yet. So this is something that's traditional in Scotland. So this is where mostly men come together, and they take part in events like this. They throw bits of wood. They do tug of war and stuff like that. You can see in some of the photos. Usually, again, this is participated in the Highlands of Scotland. Cool. This is where I want to show you a little video of what perhaps happens. Do you want to share your screen so you can share the video?
Okay.
Palmerston North Square was packed to witness the crowd favourites of the Hilux New Zealand Rural Games.
Right, so that was just a little video showing you some Highland Games, which is again traditional within Scotland. We usually do it round about October. It's usually done in Braemar in the north of Scotland. So, as you can maybe tell, I'm wearing a Celtic top. So, football is huge in Scotland. It's big in the culture. There's two main teams, Glasgow Celtic and Glasgow Rangers. You might see, obviously, I'm wearing a Glasgow Celtic top. So, yeah, it's a huge part of Scottish culture. Cool. So, yeah, huge part of culture. Again, kilts. I don't know if anyone has seen kilts. So this is usually worn at weddings. It's tartan. you also with sporns and the little hats and things like that. So it's very traditional to wear this at a wedding.
Oh, it's only for weddings?
No, not only for weddings. You can wear them anytime, but mostly usually weddings. So again, this is just tartan. So this is what you wear with the kilts. It's just the national kind of pattern of Scotland. Again, the national flower. So the national flower is a thistle. This is a prickly-leaved purple flower which was used as a symbol of defence. So you might not think it, however, the national animal of Scotland is a unicorn. So you will see this on the banknotes, outside buildings and things like that, usually government buildings, that you will see the unicorn on. So the national drink, so we don't really drink as much Coca-Cola. So what we drink Iron Brew. This kind of tastes like a little bit like Fanta and Sprite mixed together. So we drink more Iron Brew than we do Coca-Cola. But it is bright orange, as you can see here. It's bright orange, so it looks weird, but it's very good, I promise. If I ever come over, I will bring some.
Sure. Okay.
So the national instrument of Scotland is bagpipes. They are very, very nice to listen to. We have a lot of competitions, including the World Pipe Championship. And I'll let you listen to them. A quick video of a pipe band that'll just come up just now, and it is very nice. You will listen. This is at the Highland Games, which I was talking about. Cool, great. So that's just traditional to do before the Highland Games. Before the Highland Games starts, we walk with bagpipes and play to traditional Scottish music. So the next part, so as you might know, I might not be ginger. However, we have the largest population for being ginger. You can see here these hats, which has ginger hair that comes. This is not real. However, these are real. Thank you. So I'm not sure if you've heard, but the national food of Scotland is haggis. This contains sheep's heart, liver, lungs, and it is cooked inside a sheep's stomach. This usually is cooked for a long time, and it is very nice. You usually have it with potatoes and some vegetables. So just coming on to my family. So this is the top left. This is my mother. This is my dog. His name's Arnie. The bottom left, that's my father. It's Paul. And the bottom right is my brother and his dog with Arnie. So just a little insight into my life.
Hi.
Cool. So you wanted to know a little bit about Christmas time in Scotland. So at Christmas time, what we have is something called a ceilidh, which is going to be hard for you to pronounce. A ceilidh.
A ceilidh.
This is, yes, exactly, a ceilidh. So this is where we do something called Scottish country dancing, which we learn at high school. This is where you dance in a big hall to Scottish music. Again, I will show you a video to let you understand.
It is a mandatory to learn about the dance in high
Yes,
school?
Yes, in high school you have to learn, or you need to stay after school, and you need to do bad things if you don't do it.
Oh, okay, cool. I think there is a progressive pattern there when they are dancing.
What would that be?
Yeah.
What would that be?
A lineup.
You mean a line up to dance?
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone needs to stand in a circle, and you go round, and you usually change partners.
Oh.
You usually dance with one girl, or the girl dances with the boy, and after around 30 seconds, you change partner. So one last thing about Scotland Christmas. So we have markets. So in Glasgow, in Edinburgh, Aberdeen, we have markets where you can ice skate, you can buy food, drinks, and also go to the fun fair. This usually happens all throughout December. Cool.
So
Thank
it's
you.
always snowing there when it comes to
Yep, so
December.
I can show you. If you can see, so it's not always snowing. However, I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, jadi
Can you see?
ini Karen menunjukkan sekarang ini lagi musim salju di sana. Itu di luar rumahnya itu bisa kalian lihat itu ada salju ya sekarang karena memasuki bulan Desember, salju mulai turun. Cool, lovely.
So yeah, usually in December it might snow. However, there's not too often, but sometimes we get really heavy snow. Cool. So on to one of the last slides is how I met your teacher in Thailand. It's just a little photo of a memory of us two here in Krabi.
Don't mention that. Cool, thank you, Karen.
No problem. So any questions from anyone?
Okay, there is a question from Isandra Rio. Care.
Cool.
Oh, he mentioned on the chat, how are the Scottish coping with the pandemic?
So we are coping okay. Very high figures. The government could have maybe coped with it better. But hopefully in 2021 brings us happiness and of course a vaccine.
Okay. Okay, there is a question from Evan. Evan, you mau tanya langsung atau gimana? Langsung aja aktifin mic-nya. Okay. Does Scottish have its own language?
So yes, Scotland has its own language.
It's difficult to understand them, Evan.
Yeah, Scottish accent is hard enough. Never mind the Scottish language. So yes, we do. It's called Gaelic. It is usually by people in the Highlands that speak it, but we don't usually. I don't know it.
Scotland,
Yeah.
right?
So usually where the Highland Games are, in the top of Scotland, that's where usually would speak it. I think there's another question. When you tell about Scotland,
Karen, Evan asked about what is your name? How to say what is your name in Scottish?
My name is Cairn.
My name is. I mean, like, what is your name? Literally translate the what is your name to ask a person.
What into
when you want to
Gaelic?
When you want to ask a person in English, we say what is your name, and what is your name literally means. I mean, like, how to say what is your name in your own language.
What does my name? What my name means? So you mean like? Okay, so my name means when you are walking up a hill, when you are going up a mountain, there's something called a cairn, and that tells you how far you have went up the hill. So it will be 500 meters, or 1,000 meters, or 2,000 meters, and that is called a cairn. There will be a rock with engraved 1,000 meters. This is how high you are. That is what my name means. So my name is from Scottish language, so it says the exact same. It would be cairn.
Okay. Jadi memang cairn ini
it is Gaelic.
Bahasa dari Scotland. Oke, kita lanjut ke pertanyaan selanjutnya saja ya. Dari Bu Novi, when you tell about Scotlandia, I see Scotlandia is so beautiful, but if you have a chance to go to other country, what country would you prefer to go? Would you choose? Don't mention Indonesia.
Never.
Why?
I do. There's two countries. I would maybe say Brazil.
Oh, Brazil.
Or I would also I would like to go to Taiwan.
Perhaps.
Of course, I would love to visit Jakarta, or obviously the whole country as well.
Okay, moving to the next question, we have Francisca Herpina. How is the New Year situation in Scotland?
So for New Year and Christmas time, they have stopped. You can meet with your family. So it is effectively you can meet with up to 10 people, I think, to stop everybody just breaking the law anyway. They thought we will open it up so you can actually just meet with your family. So it's not too bad at the moment.
Oh, due to the pandemic?
Yeah, so with the pandemic, they have said people are going to meet their families anyway, so we will allow you to.
Bu Elveria, what is your most memorable story at Christmas? Do you?
Most
Did you?
memorable story. So round about maybe 5 years ago, my mum's boyfriend at the time, so on Christmas Day, he actually proposed to my mother. So it was beautiful, and they actually got married the following Christmas. So I think it was maybe 5 years ago. He proposed to her, and then the following Christmas they actually got married in St Andrews, which is a beautiful place that is famous for golf.
Oh, jadi anak-anak mungkin ada sedikit perbedaan budaya ya antara Scotland dan juga dengan Indonesia, budaya ketimuran. Kalau misalnya di Scotland, si Keir ini dia punya sebuah memori yang paling dia teringat jelas ketika sekitar kurang lebih 5 tahun yang lalu, ya, mamanya itu dilamar oleh seseorang, ya, ketika dilamar di perayaan Natal itu, Keir bilang dia dilamar calonnya cukup ganteng begitu, dan karena setelah proses pelamaran tersebut di Christmas tahun depannya, in the next Christmas session ya, mereka melangsungkan pernikahan begitu, dan itu salah satu momen yang paling teringat oleh Karen di masa Natal ya, dan mamanya dan orang this guy itu mereka menikah di gereja Saint Andrew. Is it in Scotland? In Glasgow?
Yeah, no. So St Andrews is not in Glasgow. It's famous for golf. So golf, do you know golf? Yeah,
Golfs.
golf. So it's like Tiger Woods.
Oh,
Tiger Woods.
I see. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Ayo clean. Okay, ada Isandro asked about what is the name of the national anthem in Scotland?
O Flower of Scotland.
Can you?
Flower of Scotland.
Oh, Flower of Scotland.
Yeah.
It is the national anthem.
Yeah, that'll be sung before football games or at a ceilidh, at the dances. O Flower of Scotland will be sung and danced to. Yeah, there is many. So, the first tourist destination would be Edinburgh. That was the one I showed you here. So yeah, that's Edinburgh there. So yeah, that's a big tourist destination. There's a lot of Chinese people go. A lot of Chinese in the summer. Edinburgh will be full of them, especially with students that change over. But also another one you have is Glasgow, of course. And Glasgow is more famous for football, maybe shopping. But Edinburgh is the biggest tourist destination, again, for the beautiful castle.
Okay.
So we met in Thailand. We were both traveling, and we were staying in the same hostel. And we only met for not too long, but then we added each other on Instagram, and we just kept talking back and forwards, just speaking to each other, asking how our lives were getting on. And then of course he asked me to come and speak to you guys, which I was more than happy to do. More than happy.
Lovely. Okay, everyone asked
My
about.
pleasure.
Yeah, what do you think about Indonesia, about the culture and the people?
So the culture is very, very interesting. Any sort of Asian culture is completely different to any Western culture. When I found traveling last year for 4 months, I found the culture was amazing. I didn't get a chance to go to, no, in fact, I went to Bali. So I went to Seminyak and Ubud, which was beautiful. I love the food, the people. The people are so welcoming. It is a very, very nice experience for someone in the UK to come to Bali, because not a lot of people do. But I want to explore more of Indonesia. It is a beautiful country.
Oh, I think you have to go to Kalimantan.
Yeah? Where is that? Is that central Indonesia?
It is in the western part of Indonesia. There are five biggest
Mm-hmm.
islands in Indonesia: Java,
Okay.
Sumatra,
Mm-hmm.
Kalimantan, Sulawesi, and Papua. So I think that
Okay.
Kalimantan is in the middle of Indonesia. Yeah, the biggest
Mm-hmm.
island. If you want to see in the map,
Okay. How many islands does it have? How many islands is it not a couple of hundred?
no, more than 17 thousands,
17,000?
17,000 islands
Wow.
here. Yeah,
Yeah.
ranging from the
But
small
but
and
some
the
are
big.
hard to, yeah, I was gonna say some are hard to access because they are so small maybe.
Yes, true, true, true. Yeah, Kalimantan is in Borneo Island. Borneo is an old language, right? I don't think that
Okay. So
you recognize the Borneo Island.
no, what language do you guys speak?
In Indonesia, we have our mother tongue. We call it Bahasa Indonesia. But in some parts of
Okay.
in some part of this country, there are so many local language. So here, for
Okay.
instance,
Okay.
in Kalimantan, we have thousands of local language here.
Mm-hmm. The local dialect. So it's kind of
Yes.
the same but different sort
Yeah.
of thing. It's the same but a little bit different
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
each
Yeah.
place.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Cool. I think you have to try it tempoyak.
Okay, well what is that?
Tempoyak is made by durian, if I'm not mistaken. I'm newbie here.
Okay. Durian is woo
Ya, jadi memang kalau
stinks.
durian cukup it's too smelly for foreigners to come to
Yeah.
Indonesia, and they are difficult to try the durian. I think the
Yeah,
ferment.
because when I was traveling, and I think it was Bali, on all the buses they would have no durian. So on the bus or the train or whatever, you couldn't eat durian because it smelled so bad.
Do you like durian? No, I think.
Me,
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
I like it, but it stinks.
Oh, oke. Jadi dia suka cuman nggak
But
terlalu
I do like.
biasa aja begitu. Ya, it's some fermentation of ya, tempoyak is a fermentation of durian.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay. Sounds nice.
yeah,
I would try.
true, true. Okay, do you have any question? Oh, anyway, guys, Karen, I think used to be a teacher in Chinese school, right? Yeah.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Okay.
I am no longer. I am maybe going back to Vietnam next year. I maybe go to Vietnam to teach. Well, once I finish my college, and I go to Ho Chi Minh City, I hope.
Oh, okay, sure, sure. Apakah ada
But
lagi yang?
who will know because of the pandemic?
Yeah, yeah.
Because of the pandemic, I don't know what is going to happen. So yeah, Scotland is developed. I would say that there's homelessness and poverty everywhere. Scotland is no means perfect. We have a lot of homeless, a lot of poverty, a lot of stuff that goes on. But I mean, of course, in comparison to a lot of countries, Scotland is well off because we have oil and we have whiskey. We have a lot of exports that are very valuable. However, by any means, Scotland is no means perfect. We have a lot of stuff goes on with poverty and homelessness and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so technology is pretty developed as much as it is anywhere. But I compared it. So when I was in Japan last year, so I compared it against some Asian, and it is just as good or not as good. So I mean, it is developed, but of course you need money for to have good technology, which sometimes is very hard, especially during the pandemic. We have a lot of unemployed, a lot of jobs going lost. So there is good technology, but it is usually expensive. So for class for you just now, so you do everything over Zoom. There's no face-to-face.
Yeah, we have online class during the pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
the
in
government banned to
Scotland,
have the offline session.
so in Scotland, schools are still open. So we are locked
Oh, yeah?
down. So it doesn't make any sense. So all the schools are still open. However, everything else is shut.
Oh,
That doesn't make any sense. Not all. It depends what city you are from. Glasgow is locked down, so is Edinburgh. So the big cities are locked down. But where I'm from in Fife, so I'm in Fife, I moved back home for a bit. It is only tier 2. So you can still, shops are still open and things like that. It's not as bad, not as strict.
Okay. I think we have so many lessons today, guys, from our Scottish guy, as he mentioned on the name on the screen. Yes. So, thank you, Karen, for your wonderful time. I'm truly
Not a problem.
thankful to have you who volunteer your time to be with us today, who have been
Not a problem.
extraordinarily generous through this event and really made this event possible. So we are so grateful to have you here and looking forward to meeting you personally in person.
Of
We don't
course.
know,
Of
or
course, me too.
after the pandemic maybe. Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Fingers. Okay.